Cupola, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're going to keep it short. We're going to keep it quick. Real Madrid, Kylian Mbappe, he equals Cristiano Ronaldo's record in a single year. Calendar year goals for Real Madrid. Absolutely unbelievable. And the thing is with Kylian Mbappe, when you look at his career, when you look at the amount of goals he scored, okay, what I'm going to say is a bit of a madness. So guys, listen carefully to what I'm saying, because I know you guys are going to say this is a crazy take. It is a crazy take. But I believe Cristiano Ronaldo, Kylian Mbappe, apart from the big moments in the Champions League, Kylian Mbappe can have that conversation. We are able to start having that kind of conversation. It's the truth. Can he sit at the table? Maybe there might be a topic. There might be a conversation that can be had. Because, all honesty, what is this player? What is this phenomenon that we're seeing in front of us? And we're taking for granted. Why? Because Messi and Ronaldo have set such high standards that players that come after them, we do not rate. We don't see them the same. We don't rate them the same. So Kylian Mbappe is just being looked at as a normal average player. Now, it was his birthday today. He turned 27. When you look at his career since he started at the age of 27, what he's gone on to achieve, and not only that, the GA. You crazy. What a player. I've said enough. I don't even need to say anymore. Today, he tried way too hard for that record, and he should have surpassed it. I'll be honest. Yes, he got the penalty he scored, but he should have surpassed it. But you could just see he tried hard. Again, I don't think Kylian Mbappe looks 100% himself in the last few games. I feel like he's just playing to get that record. He got the record. He didn't surpass it. However, Kylian Mbappe, what a phenomenon. Maybe he surpasses it next year. Who knows? But one thing is for sure, he sits at the table right now in the conversation with somebody like Cristiano Ronaldo. The reason why I say that is because after Ronaldo's knee injury, it wasn't the Ronaldo that we know. And because of that, he focused more towards scoring goals than anything else. And because of that, it ended up being Ronaldo the goal machine. And because of that, he became the king of goals in the Champions League. And because of that, we're talking about Ronaldo as GOAT status. Because would he have been close if he didn't match his GA to that of Messi? I don't think so. He would have been very far. So again, Kylian Mbappe can be in the conversation. He definitely can. Obviously, Jude Bellingham, MVP. I always tell you, Capitano, leader of men. What a header to put Madrid ahead. Again, the attitude, the work rate, the quality on the ball, superb. Jude Bellingham, superb. You know, I think, again, a player that is so hated. When I see people talk about Jude, I think, why do you hate him? How can you hate him? And I'm here game after game, not only just talking about performance levels. You know, I'm always ready to criticize players because they're playing at the highest level. But the work rate, the attitude, and this is one thing that people misunderstand about Jude. His willingness to win and his ability, I don't even want to say ability, the fact that he tries to play with exactitude, just that, how can you call it? Excellency. You know, everything accurate. I've seen him lose the ball in the last game and go to his knees, angry with himself. So his standard is this high for himself. And I've seen it today again. When he doesn't make a pass, he shouts like, how could I not make that pass? People don't understand. People like that, they want to win. They want to be on top of the game always. So yeah, apologies for that. Guys, I actually recorded the video, but the mic didn't pick up the sound. So I had to make another video early this morning. And that's the video you're seeing right now. But I wanted to carry on saying Jude Bellingham is a winner. And when you see this in his performances, you can see that the player has high standards for himself. And I think a lot of the time people misunderstand that kind of player. And of course, he's very passionate and he's very vocal about the way he feels on the pitch. He's an emotional player. You could see it. He loses the ball. He's tracking back. He's tackling. Another teammate loses the ball. He will still cover that teammate. And then he will tell the other teammate, if they didn't track back, why didn't you track back? We saw this last season when they played Atletico Madrid. But it's also maturity and it is leadership, because what does he do? He plays for the team first. Now, Jude Bellingham aside, Dean Huijsen, what are you doing to Real Madrid? I'll get on to Rudiger, don't worry. But Dean Huijsen, Anfield performance. Yesterday, listen, guys, when a winger or striker knocks the ball around you and runs on the other side, it means they don't rate you. Why do you think Sergio Ramos, Pepe, back in the day, before VAR days, played the way they played? It was because they commanded respect. Because you are not even going to think about trying something like that. Because listen, you're going to feel it. And Dean Huijsen, I mean, you've played in the Premier League, but I don't know what this is. This is this pretty boy, kind of low socks, languid, taking time, you know what I mean? Not reactive enough. Stamp your authority. You're what, 6'5"? I seen him play last year at Bournemouth and I thought, you know what, terrific. But what I'm seeing right now, Real Madrid, I can't be happy with. I'm not going to be happy with because the standard has dropped dramatically. And don't fool us. Don't fool us because we know how tall you are. You get it? You're very tall. Like the last player that was this tall like that was Mertesacker. And you move way more agile than him. But if you don't, and if you start taking your time, and if you start being very lackluster, laissez-faire, and give performances like that, oh my goodness, you're going to start getting compared to the likes of. And that's not a good thing. Because of your frame, that is not a good thing. I think you need to be more controlled in your aggression, but we don't feel your presence when you play for Real Madrid, Dean Huijsen, and we need to feel it. Yesterday's performance, again, just out of position, not looking, like you have authority at the back. And for me, that's a major concern. And Antonio Rudiger has not helped you at all. He's been poor since he's come back. But where I sympathize with Rudiger and people criticizing is injuries. Last year, he played basically the whole season with injuries because of Real Madrid not buying that centre-back that they needed, the extra centre-back. Also, they had too many injuries at the back. Rudiger covered. And I don't think he's quite fully recovered from that. Even looking at him this season, it doesn't look like that Rudiger that we had, couple of seasons ago. It doesn't look like that world-class Rudiger. So I sympathize with him. But however, the defending is shocking. But it's not just those two. Of course, they had Asensio playing makeshift right back. Fran Garcia playing left back. He's obviously surplus to requirements. I just think when I look at the Real Madrid team, I always see imbalance. Tchouaméni as well, again, the performance was poor. It wasn't the Tchouaméni that we've seen start the season. And he started to drop the last couple of games. We started to see it again. And I don't understand why. And Jude Bellingham seems to be the only guy that seems to be able to keep his performances up. And not only that, the effort. Some of these Real Madrid players should be ashamed of themselves. They're not putting enough efforts. How are you allowing a team like Sevilla to run straight, one pass, and they throw and goal? There has to be some kind of issues. And Xabi Alonso, I don't even think it's, it just seems like we're counting down the days. And that's a problem for me. No one's reactive. It's individuals. When I look at that team from Real Madrid, I see individuals playing football. I don't see a collective. I don't see teams coming there and thinking, oh, we're going to be in trouble because, Real Madrid have a team of players that are going to cause us problems. They come to the Santiago Bernabeu and they think, we need to be careful. Kylian Mbappe is spacing behind. Jude Bellingham, he's got individual brilliance. He could do something. Vinicius Jr. on his day, Rodrigo on his day, problems. But apart from that, they're not worried because they know they'll get chances. And Sevilla, had they taken the chances, we would not be here talking about a Real Madrid win. I'm telling you that. Systematically, there are so many issues. I will break that down in my next video about Real Madrid in terms of the tactics. However, right now, it's not looking great. Yes, Real Madrid are closer to Barcelona than they were before the game against Sevilla. However, I'm looking at the players. I'm like, do they want to play for Alonso? I don't feel the team. I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it. The balance, I'm not feeling it. It's a few players that you can tell that they're there. I'm seeing Jude Bellingham on the ball asking who's available. No one's making a run. Vini, just looking at him. Anyways, guys, a la Madrid. Make sure you look out for my next video in terms of talking about the tactics of Real Madrid, the build-up, off-the-ball problems and issues that Alonso has been facing. But for now, make sure you subscribe and I'll see you soon.